Hello, so today we're going to try to unpack why certain clubs and activities at Grant gets more recognition than others.
So for example, like everyone goes to football games, but no one goes to golf games.
Or like, why do so many people go to STUCO meetings but not GSA or BSU? So we're going to try to find out how we can fix this problem.
Just hype.
Hit or miss, I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he does he kiss ya. He gon' find another girl and he won't miss ya. He gon' skirt then hit.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. First, introduce yourself.
Oh, it's just me? I thought we were gonna be like next to each
You
other.
want to go? No, it's just you. It's just you, baby.
Wait, does you want
No.
Okay. I'm Henry Kuziak, a senior at Grant High School.
What sports do you play?
I'm in baseball and basketball.
Why do you think your sports is so successful in marketing?
I feel like the school does a lot of it, like over the intercom or even just like in team, like on the newspaper, as word spreads.
Do you think the success in your sports is why people go to your games?
I feel like baseball is very successful, but obviously not a lot of people go to baseball. It's outside in the cold, but for basketball, like last year, it started off strong, but then as the season progressed, less attendance. But this year going well, we've had a lot of people going to the games and stuff. So
Why do you think sports are more advertised and given better opportunities than the fine arts?
I can't give a specific answer on the actual reason behind it, but I feel like it has a lot to do with the school and the promotion behind that. And then just going into why I think people do it. I feel like the stereotypes behind people who do sports, people who do fine arts, are so different. And maybe it's the cool group to do sports. But I don't think that should matter to people now, but I think it does. It's freshmen coming in, and it just sticks with them through high school.
Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me to Moisty Mire, but not Loot Lake. I really love to chug jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers.
Hi, I'm Bella. I'm student council president, member of the speech team, and all around great person.
As a class officer and someone who works around the school, what are your experiences with organizing activities?
So it's pretty hard to get it started, get the jump start and get the approval and the go ahead. You have to very clearly have a very thorough and thought out plan before you present it to administration, otherwise they'll kind of tear you apart. They just like a very followed out plan. And so once you have your set plan and they approve it, then it's pretty easy to go through and actually plan it step by step because you have such a plan. But ultimately you can't just jump into something without knowing exactly what you're going to present to admin.
Do you believe that certain activities are not as given as many opportunities as others, and why?
Yes. It's hard for admin to say yes just because they need to know exactly where you're going with this, whereas opposed to other activities that are planned out by teachers prom and homecoming, there's a very set way to do these and a very guidelines to follow, that when it's a student like me just coming up with the fundraiser, it's a little harder because it's never been done before, so we don't know how it's going to work out, we don't know the best way to execute it, so it's hard because it's so new.
And how do you think Grant can promote its clubs better?
I think Grant can promote its clubs better by the clubs themselves, getting themselves out there, really encouraging freshmen and underclassmen to join. I know student council, it's not really a problem for underclassmen to join, and it's harder to keep people. So just kind of giving them enough events and things to do that we kind of retain our members.
ahead.
All right. So what can Grant promote for his clubs to be better?
I think Grant should promote a little bit more in their announcements, like I have here, or pretty much just telling everyone, hey, these clubs are doing certain things, and make them a little bit more open.
And how can I find a balance in being in activities?
Maybe finding activities that you can do that work with your schedule. Maybe if you have a job, kind of doing it at your own time, or maybe like scheduling around work, or maybe something around the lines of it doesn't take too much time, so you have time for homework as well.
And what do you think keeps people from being more involved in Grant?
Maybe just how people would judge them in a way of, hey, I'm in this club, and then people would say, oh, you're in that club, you're kind of dumb, or oh, you're in this club, you're such a nerd. That's kind of what the worst part about it is.
And do you think that there are any clubs that are exclusive, so you have to do something to be in it?
I think not all of them. I feel like band is pretty much you have to be in it own your own thing, but that's more of an activity. For clubs, you don't really have to. You could be whatever you want, and then you can still join and you learn.
It's Neil Patel right here, guys.
Thank you.
Neil.
How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimps are pretty rich.
And what activities do you do?
I do like set crew for the fall play and the spring musical, and I do National Art Honor Society.
And what got you interested in being a part of finance?
Well, it started ever since I was younger. I've always been like super into like drawing and stuff, and my old school never really had anything like major that I could be involved in. So then when I got to high school, I was like thrown into all these different like art related things, and I just fell in love with it.
How was NAHS formed?
Well, Mr. Austin introduced it to us. It's a nationally recognized thing, so it's in a lot of other schools. And Mr. Austin's been trying to get it at Grant for quite some time, and it finally got approved, so that's really how it started.
And as officer, how do you think the program is recognized around the whole building and by the administrator?
Since it's the first year, it's not super like widely recognized. Like a lot of people don't really know what it is, or they confuse it with NHS. So it's just making a name for ourselves, kind of like when we did face painting at the football games and stuff, and window painting for homecoming. That kind of got our name out there. And now with the bar and like the artist spotlight and all that stuff, we're getting a lot more recognition.
And how do you think you can get more people to join?
Just like introduce it to freshmen and kids in art classes who don't necessarily want to join something as rigorous as NHS, because they are very different. And if they're more artistically skilled than academic, they can always join NAHS.
We interviewed Bree because we know that NAHS wasn't really recognized, and since she was like vice president of it, we decided to get her standpoint on it and see what she thought about it.
So currently, after interviewing everyone, we've concluded that the last person we need to interview is the man himself, Mr. Duval. So come join me. didn't even ask permission for this, so.
My name is Casey Duval. I'm the Assistant Director of Athletics and Activities here at Grant Community High School.
So what led you to become an athletic director at Grant Community High School?
It was a goal of mine for several years. I was raised in a athletics household. My father is a retired athletic director, and they always kind of say people follow in their parents' footsteps. I watched my family grow through this and really enjoyed the upbringing I had. So it was a very easy transition and choice when I got into this field.
And how are activities funded, and what makes the executive decision of what gets advertised or not?
Activities, if we're talking our competitive and social activities along those lines, each of them has an activity account, we call it a student activity fund. Most groups and organizations get a small replenishment each year, and from that, the sponsor and the students can make decisions as to how they want to spend their money for their club or activity. From an athletic standpoint, I played football, I wrestled, and I played baseball. I was involved in student council. I was involved in Illinois State Mock Trial, and I was also involved in...
And as an activity director, can you do anything to increase the success or funding for any grant activity?
Funding is tough, because clubs and activities there's a small expectation for them to do fundraising on their own. They don't necessarily have a budget to work from. But what we can do is continue to promote. We can use our social medias, we can use our bulletin boards, we can use word of mouth. But the best way to promote is for students to go out and promote their own clubs. Tell everybody, hey, we're doing a great job in student council. Join the play, join the band, join the Black Student Union, whatever club it is that someone's a part of. They need to tell other people, hey, this is great, look what we're doing, this is a fun thing, and it's a cool thing to be part of at Grant.
Thank you. So at first, we thought Duval was kind of responsible for what clubs at Grant gets more like clout or fundings because he was the main activity director. But after the interview, he actually talked to us, and it turns out that the reason why certain clubs or activity don't get more appreciation is because of stigma. So that's on us. And Duval's actually just a regular dude. He has a wife, he has a kid, works in his office. He's a good guy.
So we mentioned social stigma, which is the extreme disapproval of a person or group on socially characteristic grounds that are perceived and serve to distinguish them from other members of society.
So for example, for GSA and BSU, you don't have to be black to be in the BSU, but because it's called Black Student Union, that's going to stop people from joining that club. Or for GSA, you don't have everyone is welcome, but some people are going to think, oh, I have to be gay to join that club.